I don't know about you, but I could use a relaxing time. No, don't worry, you don't look like it. But still, if you would also like a relaxing time, then grab a cup of coffee and join me in a little something that I call Farm Together. Well, I guess everybody calls it that because that's the name of the game. But you know that because you've clicked on this video. So we are starting a new farm here. I love a relaxing time. I also love my challenging games and stuff like that. I actually finished Elden Ring, you know, not to brag here. But I also like some of the more casual stuff, I would say. Let's call this very casual, because if you're only in for a thrill in video games, which is completely fine. As I said, I am most of the time also prefer a little bit of challenge, stuff like that. But then this game is not for you if you only want to have that. But I guess most of us like to have not only the challenge and the Dark Souls of these times, but also just a slow, casual game without microtransactions, without any way, shape or form to really lose or something. There is no competition in here. You do not have to compete with other farms, stuff like that. So this is really just relaxing. So that is what we will be doing in this very first episode, where we start our new farm. In this very first episode, we will be actually just talking about the game. I will tell you what you can expect of this game and the series. And yeah, then in the upcoming ones, we will start working on the farm, expanding it, and just building the most beautiful farm ever. Well, we'll see about that. But perhaps you also have some advice. Are you playing that game already? Can you tell me something that I should look at from the very get-go? Because I have played this a while. You can see I'm 42 level. There are surely people out there who are of a much higher level. So I still like to learn. So if you have anything to tell me, to teach me about what I should do, let me know. But also keep in mind, I'm doing this for the fun of it and relaxation. So what I'm actually definitely not be aiming for will be a 100% optimized farm, because they look very sterile and more or less the whole place is just one big field and stuff like that, and not the biggest fan. So we need to sell our vegetables actually. So let's see, how did you do that again? I'm pressing Z. No, the Z is for moving stuff. Left click. No. I am destroying everything already. Good thing that you can't really destroy anything. So we need to remove that field that I just plowed. And now we need to press Q. Yeah, people who can read are probably better at reading stuff. Okay, so let's leave the vegetables here. We will sell the vegetables. Okay, what have I already done? This is a completely new farm. So whichever farm you start with a couple of starting things with a little field with whatever. I think it's actually most of the time the same stuff. So like some cabbage, some carrots, stuff like that. So you have a starting patch of land, and there should be also, let's just visit everything. So you have here that there are the potatoes, then you have the the grapes. It's on the bottom run again. Reading people have an advantage. Then you have another little field up there. You have the animals. You have the fish. Here is another cabbage field that we can collect. We always have to make sure that we cannot carry that much. I think it increases. But right now we cannot carry too much of the vegetables, so once we are full, we are losing the other stuff that we are pulling out of the ground, which we are harvesting. I think that is the right word. And we don't want that, so let's feed the chicken. That's also something. They won't starve. You can just not feed them for days. They don't care. You don't get the eggs from the hens, and you don't get this stuff from the other animals if you don't feed them. But they will survive. Same with the fish. You don't have to feed them at all. You can just go there and harvest them also. Actually, beside getting fish from the ponds, which you could argue that you're not killing them. I don't see a water bucket, but whatever. Well, it is pretty vegetarian apart from the fish, as far as I remember. We will discover that again, but also even when you are... The cow gives you milk. I think the horses give you those horseshoes. Is that the name? Horseshoe in English? The pigs give you mushrooms, I think. Not 100% sure right now, but I think you do not harvest any meat or anything from them, so I don't have enough actually to bring it back. So, but I promise you to tell you a little bit more about the game. So, you have seen there are animals, there are fish, there are flowers over there that I did not pick, and vegetables and fruit on the tree. And a couple of other things, but I think they are all inside of that category. So you are planting vegetables in this case. Let me see. No, none of them. Here we have for the peanuts. You see this little sign here. That means we have a quest for them, but we cannot plant them now because it's the wrong time of year. As you can see in the upper right corner right now, still it is spring, but it should change any second to summer. Ha! Incorrect season. I already cannot plant that stuff anymore. So let's plant peanuts because we want to fulfill the quest. Quests are things you can do. Quests are quests you can do. Fulfill something people want to have delivered or something, where you can get more experience points and stuff than from just simply planting things and harvesting things. And also you will get special... There are different kinds of valuables of currency. You can see on the upper right corner, the next to the sun symbol, you have on the left side the money. Then you have those diamonds, you have those ribbons or whatever you want to call it, and the tickets, and all of them you use for different stuff to buy. For example, we can buy additional land. I like this one a lot, how it looks. You can be sure that it will be a pain in the bee, but because there are a lot of rocks and hills and stuff, we need a higher XP level anyway to buy. So our goal for this first episode is that I tell you a little bit about the game and that we will be level 2. You can water your vegetables. You don't have to. They will take double time if you don't water them. The thing about crops in general in this game is that if you look at what we can plant, these 30 minutes are actual 30 minutes. It's not game time or something. Not like just 3 minutes in real time or something. It is 30 minutes real time. Watering them regularly halves the time they need to bear fruit. So the 30 minutes of the peanuts will become 15. There are days where it rains, then you do not have to water your plants. I love rain in this game. But also I love when I am a little bit further ahead, then you can actually use one of the special currencies, I think. I don't even know which one right now. I think the ribbons, but not 100% sure. You can use that to get automatic watering for your fields, which will be quite the relief at some point in time. But still, up until then, there is another step you can take, an earlier step, and that is getting your tractor. With a certain level of your farm, you will be getting a tractor, which means you can plow and plant 9 fields at a time. So from the middle out all around one field, you can just water it. You can create fields, 9 fields at a time. You can water them. You need gas for that, but gas will come again and again, and I think costs a little bit of money. So realistic in that regard, not so realistic in regard of the price, not these days at least. But let's not talk about those. We are in video games, we want to relax, we won't talk about gas prices. I'm sorry for bringing that up. Anyway, so we are watering once again. As you can see, you need to water them more than once so that they grow the fastest, and then I guess you already see how valuable automatic irrigation can become. It will save us a lot of time and a lot of effort, but the tractor will already be really nice. As I told you, the tractor has 3x3 fields that he's working on, so 3x4 fields is really not ideal. We will expand that to a 6x6 field or something. It is already 4x6, so we'll expand it a little bit just for the beginning streak. Once we have more than this area, once we have one of the joining areas, we will be able to really start to plan where to put what, so that we have all the vegetables, everything neatly together, some kind of tree areas where we have an orchard or something, you know. We will have areas with a lot of life with all the animals. We have a big fish pond, because you can put them all together into one, not all of them, but some of them together in one pond. So that will also be nice. So this will get really cool and relaxing, and we will have also a lot of decoration. There are still ongoing events from time to time, so we will also catch a couple of events probably where we can get additional stuff. The stuff that I'm wearing right now, how could I... There was a way to... Yeah, you see. That is my little guy. You can create yours however you want to, and that is from an event. Chinese New Year, I guess. The outfit that I'm wearing, and you can get a pet friend. I have this little doggo. You might have noticed the name of my channel, so I will always go with the doggo if I have the chance. We also have cats, so one cat at the moment, unfortunately, but we're relaxing, not that topic. So we have also a cat, and we'll probably always have cats. But given the choice in a game, I feel like the dog is the more logical companion. Although I love the thought of an adventure cat. Perhaps the next one, we will see. Anyway, yeah, that is more or less everything I can tell you about the fields. You've seen what we... The things that we collect, that we harvest, we also have to sell. So right now we only have the vegetable stand. We don't have the fruit stand yet. We don't have the fish stand. So a lot of stuff is closed off for now, but not for long. So the leveling goes pretty fast. There is no system in place where you can buy your way up or something. There are DLCs that you can buy with additional flowers and stuff, so a couple of things. They are really not that expensive, and you definitely don't need them, so you don't have to pay for anything in addition here. So it has a little bit of that charm that some of the games have on mobile platforms or something, or where it is all time based and you have to wait until stuff happens, but it's never really so long that it gets annoying, and it's not built in a way that makes you just cave in at some point to just buy your way forward because it just takes so long. There's nothing like that, because there's no way to buy your way forward. At least the last time I checked. I would be surprised if they would have changed that. But we haven't met anything up until now, so I'm pretty sure it's still that way. So that is one of the reasons, or that is the reason why I really like this game. You know, it is... nothing really can break. You cannot... If you sell something, you get, I think, the full price back. You do not destroy stuff. You can just move it somewhere else. Even the big houses, you just play somewhere else. Some of the stuff costs a little bit more of the different kinds of currencies that you have. The bigger houses cost a lot of diamonds, if I remember correctly. So for some of the stuff you have to collect, but it's never painful. And as long as you do not want to have everything directly, and you have a little bit of patience, and if you play this type of game, you should have a little patience, then I would argue it will make you happy. I don't get anything. I am not sponsored. Look at the amounts of subscribers I have. I'm not sponsored by this game. You can also, it's pretty old. You can get it on even on Switch. You can play it together on Switch and on every other platform. And it's a great game to play with kids, I think. You can open up your farm. This one is closed up, so I don't get any visitors, surprising. In this episode, in general, when I record. So this is closed off, but in general you can open it up. And other people can visit you and water your vegetables and everything. You can even let them, I think you can even let them harvest stuff, but it's always going towards your money, not theirs. But if you visit somebody else's farm, you can get some bonus. I think I'm not sure right now, but I think you accumulate a bonus for selling stuff then on your farm for a certain amount of items, as much as you have helped somebody else. So it's also encouraged to help each other. So you can see we are approaching already level 2. So I am hesitant to start to rebuild. I would actually want let's make this field a little bigger, shall we? So it's really easy. You just click wherever you want to build an additional field. So it's very easy. As long as we don't have the tractor yet, we can only plow one field at a time. But still, it's very easy, fastly done. And if you place it wrongly in a place where you don't want to, don't worry. The grass does not even have to grow back. You can just remove it and everything is good. As I said, no punishment here. I go over here and context sensitive, I can just water the vegetables, and if they are ripe, I can just go there, click left mouse button, and I can harvest them. So it is context sensitive. I do not have to worry about clicking the wrong button and deleting a field before it's done or something, a crop, because it's a really easy and unpunishable control scheme. So well done there, developer. Also, as you can see, it is a pretty game. It is pretty old. It is all a little bit glossy. Sometimes some people don't like it. It looks a little plasticky, but I think it works very well with the overall art design of the game. It is an art design that works really good on lower specs. So it is actually a pretty good fit for the Switch. I would imagine that it does not look that different on the Switch actually. So I have not watched any trailers for that. But anyway, it is an older game that will very probably work on your machine, even if it's a laptop or something. So even if you don't have especially if you don't have a high-end rig. You can just do just play it, perhaps lower a couple of settings, or perhaps you don't even have to, because it is a very robust, very low maintenance engine. The soundtrack that you are listening to right now is actually not the game soundtrack, because I'm 100% sure that the game soundtrack would get me copyright claimed. This is a soundtrack that is not too different. It is different, and I love the original soundtrack. It is music by, I think, Josh Woodward is his name. They are using the acoustic version of that of his songs, so no singing in the game, but no singing in the game. I won't sing. Sorry. But anyway, we can definitely expect that the originals, even without voice track, would be copyright claimed. So this is music that I actually like very much. It is free music from the YouTube library, and I think it is a little bit similar. So similar enough, I guess. A little bit of a laid-back country style acoustics. You will probably be able to correct me down there. No, this is, I don't know, Italian folk music. I have no idea, honestly. I just think it hits the same spot, more or less, than the original music. Although, check that one out, that is very cool. And you will, I at least, never got sick of it, regardless of how long I played it. It's great music. Yeah, so it's, for me, it is the whole package. If you can live with it not having any kind of challenge at all, you not needing any skills at all. But I think sometimes that is exactly what one needs. There are additional things, like, for example, you've seen that you can plant those grapes. You can completely ignore them, but you might need them for a quest, and you can make wine out of them if you have the right building that you can buy at a certain level. We got level 2 and I did not even notice. We did not celebrate, I'm sorry. I think there is kind of a big visual clue. You see how annoying not annoying, but as you don't need to do it, but how frequently you have to water. It is much nicer once you've got the tractor. Is that even the right word, tractor? It's what we call it in German, Traktor. I think it works in English too. So let's see. We can buy new stuff. Let's take a look. We can now buy grapes. Not the right time of year, so we cannot buy them yet. But we can also build our own chicken. So how do you say that? We can plant our own chickens. We can build the first fish. It's tropical fish. We don't have flowers yet. We can build a fruit stand. And if we have 2 of those ribbons, we can already build the gas pump. The ribbon we get through quests. So let's see how long it takes for the peanuts. Oh, they still take quite some time. The new ones at least. They here need 2 minutes. So we will already in this episode see how many we need for the quest. And it is autumn. I like also those visual cues, for autumn, those leaves on the side. It's a very lovingly crafted game. I'm not sure if it is still successful. I should check how many people are playing it on Steam. You can look that up. But I don't know why there is no Farm Together 2 yet, actually. Because I feel like it has its fan base. I feel like when I take a look at how my review is still getting views, I feel like there are still people out there who are interested in the game and who would be interested in a Farm Together too. I think I googled that a couple of weeks back and there wasn't one. I would be first in line probably to check that out. Let's get some fruits and also let's check out... Oh, there you can see carrot, apple tree and peanuts. We don't need that much. We'll actually be able to have the tractor pretty soon, I guess. Okay. Let's see if we can buy the fruit stand. We can. It's smaller, but we will place it here for now. As I said, we can always plant it somewhere else. There is no punishment for placing it wrong the first time. So a couple of citrus, of lemons, and then we have our peanuts. Isn't that nice? So and we have enough. We only have one. We need still 20 peanuts and 20 apples. So yeah, that is still a couple of minutes at least away then. But you know what? We will just plant this. We will plant a lot of peanuts. We will plant a lot of apples, apple trees. And then we will be able to already have the tractor in the next episode. And you will just have to join me in the next episode to check out the tractor. And it is really worth it. It really gets, again, a lot faster with that. So let me... So it is real time with the plants. So there will be plants that take a day or something to grow. But it will happen while you're not online. So, oh, we cannot plant peanuts. That is a pity, but I think we have enough planted already. So what will we plant then? We need apples. Let's not worry too much about planting new vegetables. Let's harvest the apples. Yeah, we need only 8 peanuts. We have that already. So we have to make sure that we can get enough apples next time. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 apple trees, 8 apple trees. So we need a lot more. How about we plant here a little apple tree area, just for the time being. Can we plant apple trees? Yeah, we can. They're not too expensive. Okay, so let's do that. They will only get apples in the next season. I think they... Let's check. We can see it here. Harvest. You can see on the lower right corner. Wait, I can get my mouse around. You can see here harvest each, and when you can harvest it in any season. So we don't have to worry about that. So we just plant it enough, and when we then start again and it gets winter, we will have enough apples to get our nice tractor. And this is now 12. I think that will be enough. Let me double check. Yeah, we only need... No, we need 17. It's not enough. No, it is enough because we have more than enough. It is enough. Yeah, we have a lot of other apple trees that I did not take into account. We only need 15. We have 12 there, and we have more than 3 all around. So you see, I have to feed the chickens, or they will not lay any eggs. I will take the apple, and then we can, I think, just water a couple of... Or we don't even have to water them. because we will be... Oh, we can water these. Because we will be offline for a little bit. And they will grow anyway, but not as fast as I told you, so it's not too important. But so we do not have lost time. Let me just plant some stuff that can grow the next time. I'll probably record the episode still today, the next one. So let's not plant the day-long growing stuff. That will always tell you if I directly recorded the next one or if I waited until the next day. The growing time of my vegetables, I will not be able to hide that from you. Okay, so but that will be all we do in this episode. So I told you most about the game, so the basics at least, I would say. We will discover a lot together again. I have also forgotten a couple of things. As I said, this will be relaxing. I will also not be screaming into the microphone, so don't worry about if you listen to this to fall asleep or something. I will never get much louder than this episode, I imagine. And yeah, this is Farm Together, and I'm really excited to be back here. And I hope that you will be joining me and discovering this world once again and relaxing with me. So thank you very much. Have the greatest of days. See you next time, and goodbye.